Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to 144,001 third. Now, I stumbled across this video and a few others going into hemorrhagic fever. The two main ones being Ebola and the Marburg. Alright? Mars bug. Right? When you look at what a hemorrhagic fever does, it's a very gruesome, severe disease that if you get it, you only have about a 20% chance to live, 80% chance you're dead. So if you got 10 people, each one of them got Marburg, only 2 of them will live, the other 8 will die, essentially. And if you weren't on these underground websites that are similar to YouTube, but they're underground and not censored, they was breaking down how these whistleblowers were saying that the you know what that was given out to people for free because of the you know what back in 2019, 2020 has the M bug up in there, all right, and with a signal that'll be released will turn it on, and they'll instantly get infected, and they gonna be put to death. All right, and again, someone can say something, but if there isn't enough compelling evidence or flat out proof to support it, it's just pointless, right? So, but there is extreme. I would even flat out just say it's proof. It's proof that something's gonna happen major, but it doesn't necessarily prove that it's the M bug, and that people that took the Jabberwocky, like the dance group the Jabberwockies, right? The people that took that, they give off a signal, a Bluetooth signal, like your headphones. If you ever use wireless headphones, like your phone, if you go on your phone, it'll say Bluetooth on, Bluetooth off. These people that took the you know what, they're giving off a Bluetooth signal, and this is not fake. This is real. You can download the Bluetooth app on your iPhone, or I think you can just do it on the settings for Android, and you'll see the whole plethora of these unknown addresses and these weird numbers, and it's people. All right, I've proven it. I've told other people to do it. Like I have a buddy of mine's. He I guess his family owns a restaurant. Yeah, his family owns a restaurant, and he works at the restaurant. And he, since he's working the cashier, and his restaurant is pretty popular, there's people that's come in and out, in and out, in and out. And I told him, hey man, download this and watch how many people come in there, and you'll see the strength of the signal weaken, and then you can tell that it's not like if it's a phone, it'll say iPhone. If it's headphones, it'll say AirPods or whatever. It's not gonna be like unknown or just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo numbers. And when it's the people that took the you know what, it's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo numbers, and then they'll have like their phone number, and he'll ask them, "Hey, do you have the you know what?" And they'll say, "Yeah." And then the people that just have their own phone, but they don't have the mumbo jumbo numbers, he'll ask them, "Hey, did you take the you know what?" And they'll say no. And this was proven. It's so much proof that's real. You can prove it to yourself. So if people out here if people, which they are able to receive and send off signals, and you have whistleblowers saying that a signal is going to be sent off to turn on this Marburg. What do you think? What do you think that you think that's they lying, right? So let's go to Daniel 12:1. The time of the end, verse 1. That's the title, right? At the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book, which is the Lamb books of life, the elect. And the time like never before is what? This right here. All right? Nuclear weapons, other pestilences. Okay? People can buy an FPV drone, homemade FPV drone, and pimp it out, turn it into a war machine at home. A regular person can go build a FPV drone, which they're using in the Russian-Ukraine war that caused severe damage, pimp it out themselves from watching videos online, and and kill dozens of people with it. So what does that tell you about the times we in? And that's just regular people. That's not even the all power under Satan that these Edomites got. Let's go to Matthew 24th chapter and verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So that's how bad it's going to be. It's going to be catastrophic. It's going to be catastrophic. The evil that's coming, the death, the just the different ways you can die, like a thousand ways to die, a thousand ways to die, which is a TV show I used to watch when I was real young, elementary school, 7, 8, 9 years old. I loved it, and it would give these scenarios of how people accidentally killed themselves, whether they accidentally fell down a pothole, or their contact lenses was dipped in the wrong chemical, and all this other crazy, insane ways you can die, man. And that's going to become a real thing. Like, not a real thing. I mean, the scenarios in Thousand Ways to Die were real, but I mean more so that it's going to be on an extremely heightened scale to where a person almost everyone you know is getting put to death. Almost everyone you know is getting put to death, is what I'm trying to refer to. Let's get this right here. Amos, the 5th chapter, in verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. So the only people that's going to be able to survive the wrath of Yahweh is the elect. All right? Whether it's the elect of the first fruits of slavery or the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? Everybody else is getting put down, man. And you want to be the elected of the Israelites. Right? Obviously. The hopeful elect. So woe to you, because you don't know who the elect is. Nobody, no man on the earth knows who they can 100% say, oh, I'm the elect, or he's the elect, or she's the elect. That it doesn't. That's not a thing, you know. So of course, when that day comes, when that fire is burning, then it shall be known. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion, so you was able to escape a lion, and a bear met him. So as soon as you didn't made it out away at the lion, it's a bear, grizzly bear, Kodiak bear, growler bear, which is a grizzly polar bear hybrid. You know, they in Alaska. They're mating. The polar bears and the grizzly bears having sex, creating these new species or whatever. All right, black bear. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall. So you catching your breath. You didn't escape the lion and you escaped the bear. So you bent over. You trying to catch your breath. You put your hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him, and then boom, what's a poisonous snake? A rattlesnake was curled up on a somehow curled up on the wall, and you put your hand there. It gets defensive, and it's gonna sting you, man, or not sting you, bite you, put his fangs into you, shoot that venom in you. Now you're dead, man. Now you put to death. So that's three scenarios where you survived two, and one finally did you in. Three strikes you're out. So that's the evil that's coming. And guess what? A lot of people are going to get put to death with these pestilences. Okay, pestilence, the Most High loves using pestilence to kill people. All right, that's one of his favorite ways to put people to death. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 5th chapter, and verse 12. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. All right, so there you go. Hemorrhagic fever. That's coming. You know, it can evolve, and they can say it's airborne, but really it's the you know what? Who knows? 100%. But it's gonna be something major is gonna hit this place. All right, something real gruesome. The previous pandemic was test trial run. Go to let's go to this right here. Um, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. So people gonna starve to death. And famine and pestilence go hand in hand. All right, because when your food ain't right, you get sick. Or and what I mean by that, I mean it could be tainted, spoiled, could have bacteria in it, or malnutrition, which can lead to your weakened immune system and something like the common cold puts you down, man. And pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So famine and pestilence go hand in hand. You can't take away the famine from the pestilence. That's why when you really look up the word famine and you look up the word pestilences in the scripture, they're typically all written together. Okay? Let's get an example, and I'm going to end this off. I'm going to give an example of why famine and pestilence go hand in hand. Let's go to 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, and verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head, so the head of a donkey, was sold for 80 pieces of silver. And you not eating a donkey is unlawful. So if you eat an unlawful animal, you can get sick. Now I don't know what diseases, parasites, and whatever else are found in donkeys, but for example, pigs, swine, and bears, they got worms and other larvae and other diseases that even with heat they can still survive certain temperatures. It was this group of Edomites. They went out and they hunted a bear. They eat bears, right? You know how Esau is. He's vile. They hunted bears, killed a bear, ate the bear, probably ate it raw or medium rare. You know how Esau is with his red meat, right? And they ate the bear and they got worms. Their whole body was full of worms. I don't know if it was like an X-ray that I saw, but I remember seeing a X-ray of a human that had worms all up in their body, and it looks painful, excruciating. Because the worms, they're eating you. You know, they're swimming around in you. Basically, a better way of putting it is they're tunneling through your body. All right, and they got those worms because they ate an unlawful animal. All right, you ain't supposed to eat bears and swine and octopus. But guess what? I just read it. They ate cut off the head of a donkey, which is what an ass is, and they was eating it. Now here's where it gets even nastier. In the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So they making bread off eating bird shit. You already know that probably got some nasty up in it. So this gonna be same thing. Here in Babylon the Great, it's gonna be worse. People there's gonna be eating long pork. Alright? You're asking what long pork means. It's another way of saying human flesh. And you already know if you eat the nerves, if you eat the nerves around the brain or the spinal cord of another human, you get something like what is it called? It's similar to mad cow disease. You get that, and it breaks you down, makes you jittery. They showed an example of it in the book of Eli, where Eli and that woman went to that couple's house that was in the middle of nowhere, and the woman, the wife, it was a man and a wife couple, and the wife was shaking. She was shaky, and Eli said they've been eating human meat. So that's there you go. All right, famine and pestilence go hand in hand, and something like a hemorrhagic fever is gonna terrify people. You're bleeding out all your holes. All right, your rod, your JJ is leaking. Your nipples is leaking. Your eyes is leaking. Your ears is leaking blood. Your body turn into a soup. All right. So I don't want to rush this out. Edifying a shallow one.